Alright players, this is Uncle from Practically Real Gaming with a bit of an overview of the Operation OpDurACuire, which is happening on January 13th, 2024 at 2 p.m. New York time. Backstory involves not only the human intelligence that led us to this operation, but we've already conducted a leadership recon into the area, which has changed significantly what the operation is about to be. Let me give you the backstory. First of all, we had human intelligence that in the Blue Pearl industrial port, there has been constructed a replica of a USS destroyer in the dry dock. The reason why this would have been constructed makes no sense, except for the fact that the human intelligence reported that the forces that are on the destroyer are syndicate forces, which are the drug runners that run the island, warlord, independent looter forces as well. In addition, there are FIA insurgent forces that include both normal insurgent type forces and those that are also paramilitary. That raised serious concerns, and thus we decided that we needed to do a leadership recon on this. We inserted over here on the eastern side of the island, we had human intelligence that there was a tunnel from the tunnel entrance located here to an office building in the basement where we could get to the roof of this office building and have close observation onto Objective Alpha, which is the destroyer. Let me move and show you what happened during that recon. So one of the first things that we noticed that there did seem to be someone who had a laser and probably night vision on this HQ building on the south side of the destroyer. And that the destroyer seemed to be manned along the way, and that there seemed to be some kind of entrance on this western side of the destroyer, if we could get there. Now, in addition to that, there was a lot of patrols around the area. Most that seemed to be pretty well untrained and ill-equipped. But that among many of the areas, there were a lot of people on the high ground, on the cranes. But also, beyond that, that there was observed leaving the destroyer a CSAT officer who boarded an Orca helicopter that then left and then moved off to the La Rochelle aerodrome. Just to the west, not even a kilometer away from where the mission takes place. Then further to that, there was a supply truck that was coming in and would drive up into here and drop off supplies, crates of supplies, and move back to the aerodrome. So we know that CSAT forces are providing support to this ragtag insurgent force. Thus, we understand why they would have built this replica, because this is a force that would not be able to be trained otherwise. They're not going to be able to handle digital training. And they thought that we would never notice this in this far region in the Pacific. Now on to the Opord. Alright, so here is the plan currently for the January 13th, 2024 at 2 p.m. New York time. And this is as of, oh God, what day is it? 2 days before Christmas. And this plan may change. But the main objective is to board the destroyer and find 4 key locations of intelligence so we can confirm the accuracy of the replica. What's also going to be added onto this is to put explosives at 4 key locations so we can destroy this replica so it can no longer be used. That is yet to be determined. But before we can get onto here, we are going to have to destroy an anti-air replacement on the island of Ravita Island. We know that this right now on Sat Recon is very lightly defended. Just a small patrol and some anti-air that involves some static anti-air launchers. Some roving patrols, so we expect that this is going to be mined for defense. We have an alpha diver team which consists of an 8-man team and 2 submersibles with 2 explosive specialists who will be able to find those mines and deactivate them and get the team on to destroying that. From there, they are going to have a 5-minute submersible drive team after they complete this objective. From here, maybe 6 minutes from back here, get back to their submersible to get into the port and then find a way on to the objective. The other teams are going to be coming in from the USS Freedom aircraft carrier down in the far southwest, or east, sorry. And they're going to be inserted by a Blackfish insertion. Yet to be determined if we're going to insert them with backpacks on their back, or whether or not they're going to have to get to a resupply and get their backpacks and then move on to this anti-aircraft emplacement that now has been set up by CSAT forces. The idea being that CSAT forces are now trying to exfiltrate. Since we have been detected at the Leadership Recon, they're going to be exfiltrating anybody that has been trained back to the aerodrome and getting them out of the area. What we want to do is make sure that we discontinue any training. The secondary objective may be time committing, whether or not we can disrupt their exfiltration and prevent them from leaving the aerodrome. However, we're not sure we're going to have the forces for this. This is all going to have to run in real time. This is the general idea, and that's where we're at this point in planning. Again, everything is going to have to be changed by the leader, Deviant, at the time of the event. This is what we know right now, and good luck, gentlemen.